shooting us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I'll be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let them know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show them who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Didn't even get to cross. I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass. Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get to glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't. Shining like it's neon. Rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting shots. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to cross. I'm moving too far. Get to glass.
Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. the edge. Feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still. Hanging in the balance, not the life I want to live. I want to take it all, standing tall. Fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Warriors around, don't get caught in the mosh pit. Fuel to the fire, ain't nobody can stop it. Trouble in my city, but you know I'm across it. Got a 40 on my hip and I'm liable to spark it. Throw down these hits, my click is indivisible. I aim, you duck, I squeeze, now you invisible. I'm not afraid of getting physical. All these different chemicals are fogging up my visuals. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Yo, we some warriors, they ain't called gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Bloods on my hands, got slugs on my gunners. Put on my strap, put on the beam, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between. Know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rep, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang on by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, I'm up in front of this. Hiring in the truck with the troops, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I ain't never lose. We some motherfucking warriors. ain't know where you can find me at. Journey through the mind of an insomniac. I ain't never sleep, staying ready, keep an eye out for the fakes, for the snakes. Load a clip and I'ma pull it, something shakes. Never go to battle if you plan to lose. Life a game of chess, you gotta plan the moves. Middle fingers up, I'm not a fan of rules. Fighting for the right to live in peace and not like animals.
Bloods in my hands, got swords in my gunners. You'll be notorious, we ain't no runners. Bloods in my hands, got swords in my gunners. These warriors, they ain't no gunners. Bloods in my hands, got swords in my gunners. Bloods in my hands, got swords in my gunners.
Put on my strap, put on the beam, put on the map, put on my team. Take out every motherfucker in between. Know what I mean? Better myself, better my aim, better my rap, better my name. Killing rappers on my hang, I'm by their chains for the fame. Never thought I would it, now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, no motherfucker running this. Iron in the trucker with the truth, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I ain't never lose. We some motherfucking warriors.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is the one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption, breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Just wanna be carefree lately, yeah. Just kicking up daisies. Got one too many quarters in my pockets. Count 'em like the four-leaf clovers in my locket.
All right. Was a bit worried there, and we got no sound. All right, let's try and get sound. Let's have a look at. Oh, we got two teams going docs. Let's check that out. Got Rogue, the AOP, and No Mercy at doc. Oh, pretty. In the field, they're chasing down Rima. I'm like trying to get the sound back. Oh, sound before. I don't know where it's gone. Get it sorted. That engagement was finished pretty quick. I think AOPE, yeah, that's the first team out, and I can see in the kill. That's Hados. Hados knocking PUBG Daddy. Got lots of teams near each other. We've got two teams in boot camp. Let's jump on with Swole and his mate. Duo squatting and dropping boot camp. That's impressive. See Smoko and the kill feed with TGF. So he's take. Oh, we got a Smoko right there. Let's go find some more action. We've got two teams fighting over here. We've got TKG. Yeah, sorry about the fact I don't have in-game sound at the moment. They're pushing up on Sneaky. He's not by himself. Where is the rest? There's loads. Oh no, that's the same team. That's Team 22 gaming. Where is? Oh, his buddy over there from Team 12, Manic. He's gapping it. He's having a peg from behind a rock. He's got to be careful, Dom. And if he starts taking shots, there's another TKG team off in the distance, and they probably wouldn't have an angle on him. But you know, if he starts making a fair bit of noise, they might come over and check it out. So he's got to be careful. He's in a bit of a pickle here between these two teams. Let's check out Zone 2. Zone's pretty central. Got a bit of a no competition situation happening here in, what is this city? You have to bear with me as a cow. You have to bear with me as well. It's my first time streaming on an iPad, so I hope it looks awesome. It's a lot easier to use than the emulator. So they're up against Team 11, and the engagement's almost over. I think there's just one guy, and he's in the water. He's going for a bit of a swim. His holiday hasn't turned out exactly as he planned, and he's just trying to make the best of it here as the rest of no competition bear down on it. And oh no, they're a free man, so they haven't lost anyone. They're still a full squad, but they're only playing with free men, and they're taking shots at him now. Have a look at it. Have a look at Zeno here. They know where he is, so it's only a matter of time. We've got a possibility of a pretty dope 1v3 clutch here if a regular can pull it off. So see Hados knocking Swole in the kill feed, and and his mate. Whoa, his mate's going off. But Wiz came in there and finished that engagement there. So that was at boot camp, and you can just see a regular going down as well to no competition. So see Smoko and the boys, I think they're from Centrelink Esports. I don't know if they're sponsored by Centrelink, but they're proudly representing them here in the Oceanic Scrims. So they've got boot camp all to themselves, and we can see these two teams have crashed here that we were looking at before, and they're just going off. So Team 12 are engaging Team 22. And there was another team as well. There was another TKG team. They seem to have backed off. Possibly seeing TKG in the kill feed and either showing respect or choosing not to fight them. Yeah, that's Team 12 out. We're finishing that engagement there. The zone's moving in now pretty fast. We've got a red zone near Hartin and a bit of AOP, HNF action possibly popping off soon with Team 21 rotating in front of them. They might have an opportunity here to catch a couple of them in the open if they get angles. See what he's looking at. He's just legging it. He's going up the hill, just trying to get into zone. See, they crank the zones up in these Aussie screens. We've got Team Pulse here. They're coming up against No Mercy. So they've got a flare drop, and they're at this compound. And you can see No Mercy's up here on the hill. Got Kazua, Killenfield, Uza, and Unsolved. Where is Unsolved? Can't see him. Oh, there he is. Where's Kazua? One of them. One of them's taking quite a wide route here. Definitely trading shots. You can see Kurishi has just had a bit of a spray at somebody. Let me just get this mic down so you can hear me. So I'm talking directly into the mic. Might be able to hear me a bit better. So they're just holding this compound. They're in the dead center of zone. They're just gonna sit here and peek the windows, move around constantly. And No Mercy backing away from the engagement. They're gonna look possibly for their own compound. Zua's by himself. You can see he's got a Bad Dad squad nearby. He might not know they're there because they are a little ways away from him. And if I had $1 for every time zone went to quarry on Sandhawk, I'd have like $70. I swear, $70 or $80 at least. Goes this so often. It's kind of boring. It should go to Docks or Boot Camp or Paradise, but it always goes to Quarry. So many games. Maybe because Quarry's in the middle. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see if we can find some squads that are a little bit closer to each other and popping off. We can definitely see two squads here right next to each other, and they've just hit the floor. They're in a compound actually. So this is Team 8, Panic, Lordy. Let's just pop up and get a bit of an aerial overview, and you can see that TKG team rotating off in the distance. But we've got this Team 4 here. Now this is Y Conquerors, a team we haven't seen a lot of they're new to the Oceania scene, so it'd be interesting to see how they go in this engagement. I don't think I've played against them, but I don't think I've actually watched them fight. Quite interested to see what they do. We've got Gwen here, prone with a bit of an off angle. Let's see what the rest of them are doing. So they know there's a squad in the compound, and he's popping up and down, having a bit of a lean peak. His buddy's over there smoking. Now this would be an interesting strategy if they can pull it off. Like, I know they can't rush in open to the compound, but if they throw down a few smokes, they might be able to just like, you know, work around the smokes to cross that gap so they're not completely exposed while pushing an open and get into that compound. And they've hit the go button here, and you can see Nunfi's he's taken charge, he's taken the lead, and he's going, and you can see some shots firing out, but they managed to close that gap. He's in the compound now, he's taking shots. He gets dropped, but he gets them low. He gets firsted, and MVP gets knocked as well. Okay, so this hasn't been a very successful push, but they did manage to get in the building. Now it's a 2v4 situation. NGO is quite low. They've managed to knock in first one of Team 8. Dopey gets MGO. Gwen's managed to knock. Panic gets another knock. Oh, gets a clutch. We just missed it. He's throwing punches. He's hyped, but he better loot up because no competition are quite nearby. But he's just managed to pull off a beautiful 1v3 clutch. That was impressive. I mean, one of the other guys from the Team 8 was a bit low, but still he kept his cool in that situation when all the odds were against him, and he's managed to pull through and pick up some nice kill points for his team and another placement point. So yeah, no competitions they're all over this hillside nearby him, and he's got TKGs on the other ridge, and he's at the edge of zone, so he's gonna have to move in. And you can see Team Pulse getting the zone again, because the zone is just gonna keep going to quarry. This is stand hot. Let's check the chat. Let's go get pulsed hashtag. Buff Boy says someone didn't go to college. I don't know what that means. What's up, Buff Boy? I see you. LMO. Gangster Legend. Sponsored by Centrelink. Well, we don't know they're sponsored by Centrelink, Buff Boy. Let's not jump to conclusions. But you know, like what I said, they're representing Centrelink, which is, you know, one of Australia's greatest institutions. It's supports a lot of people's hopes and dreams. So back here, we're getting some shots. So I think they may have figured out there's somebody in this compound, but they haven't figured out it's only one guy. Or maybe they have, and they know it's the one guy that can clutch. Because that's really annoying in these custom rooms when you know you got that guy who he's just playing by himself and doesn't care anymore. He wants to join his buddies in the lobby and play some TDMs before the next match, and he's just ready to 1v4 clutch every team that's left. And that could be Gwen today. He could be that dude. The Killer Rejects getting involved in the kill feed. Is that over here? Oh, they're about to crash into no competition. So let's hang around for this, because they're running into zone and running straight. I can see TKG Viper knocking Ghostia in the kill feed with an M4. I mean, you always see you see QBZ. You always see a lot of 5.56 guns. I mean, the 5.56 just throws on trees in San Hot. AOPE, Tem getting a knock with a nade. AOPE, Tem getting a knock with an AK. She's going off right now. KR trading back. Wiz getting involved. That's a huge battle. And wow, Zone has hard shifted away from Quarry. Xeno getting knocked in open by Gwen. Okay, so Gwen, let's jump on with Gwen. Do it again. Gwen's in full clutch mode today, so watch out, everybody. They've already taken out Xeno, and they're looking for more. only 2 no competitions left, and that's Lionel and Skepta. Bit of a spray. You can see Skepta's pushing around the back, working his way into the compound. Their best option here is to go for a coordinated push. Gwen having a bit of a spray at the door, just back off. Skepta goes for the push, drops Skepta on the drop shot, just knocks him straight up. He doesn't get halfway down, but Lionel just finishes it, and now he has possibly like picked up the 1v squad clutch thing that Gwen was running there. But Zone, this is where it gets nasty. We've got Team Pulse over here right next to Bad Dad, so let's get a bit of an aerial view. You can see Wiz pretty low behind a rock, Bad Dad's on the ridge, Team Pulse above the ridge. So let's jump on with Karish. He's got a lovely Season 1 outfit. Now that's quite rare. You only see that on people that have been playing the game since Season 1 and actually played it enough back then to achieve a higher rank. I can see Guzzer in the kill feed knocking Tem. Triggs taking out Lionel, so that's no competition. AOPE getting knocked. I can see knocks off in the distance. And now I like this spot here now. Karish is looking at it. That's Guzzer over there. He's going to get tagged up by Karish. I like this spot here that they're sitting in. This is a bit of a sneaky secret spot that you see a lot of Southeast Asian teams such as RRQ playing in. And it's good if you can hold it, but it's not in zone. Zone's shifted up again. TP are in zone. A couple of teams, Team 21's in zone. All these teams here have to like go and fight each other to get into zone. You can see Kazua's just running around. Guzza's getting knocked. Unsolved is getting a re-knock onto AOPE. You can see there's a bit of a fight over here as the blue comes in, so they've got to finish this off quick. Guzza's not going to be able to get revived. Killenfield's up. He's running into zone. Kazua's running into zone. Bad Dad's on the ridge, and you can see TP. They're just sitting on top of that ridge line, ready to farm up kills. Now, No Mercy's just managed to get into zone, but they've got 30 seconds on the clock, and you can see TP rotating down. They would have heard those shots. I mean, we can't hear anything at the moment. I apologize for that, but they can. So they're going to hear the shots. They're going to see the kill feed. They're going to know who's where and what guns they're using. That's the sort of information these pro teams are able to pick up on just from listening to the shot and the type of weapon and looking at the kill feed. They can pretty easily tell like who's fighting who and what's going on, where it is. So you can see Playzone getting kill and field, Karish getting unsolved. Karish, who got that last kill? Karish with the UMP. So that's interesting to see him using that gun. I mean, the UMP got a bit of a change, and we're all undecided at the moment as to whether it's a buff or a nerf, because they've changed the ammunition type from 45 caliber, or from 9mm to the 45mm, and or .45. I don't know that much about guns. I just play games with, but they've changed the ammunition, which has changed the bullet speed. It does less damage, but it does seem to be a little bit more stable, I've noticed, on the hip fire. So 6 teams left, 20 alive. We can see TKG are coming into zone. Karish is looking their way. Let's see what he can do with this UMP. I mean, it's is it the new and improved UMP? Is Karish setting the standing? Go. Oh, I see Gwen in the chat. Go, Gwen. Great stuff. So it's Friday, so. And I'm looking at chat, and I just missed Karish getting a knock on point. So if you were watching that, it looks like the UMP is the go. So a new meta is emerging here with the UMP. Interesting to see that. But these two teams are not in zone. Zone has hard shifted. Bazaar's team are in zone, so Hacker's taken shots. They notice teams in here, but they've got 10 seconds. And they've kind of got to deal with them. Oh, he gets Karish Getting another knock with that UMP. I mean, I just want to watch him use it. I want to see what he's doing with this gun. Because people are saying it's been nerfed. People are saying the UMP like just not as good as it used to be, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's got nothing to do with the UMP. Maybe it's Karish. maybe it's just Karish. He's putting in a lot of work this game. How many kills is he on? 4 kills. Got a bit of a glitch there, so they're running down into this zone. It's all gonna get wild now. We're in circle 6. It's Sandhawk. There's 4 teams left. This game is gonna be over very soon. So we've got Team 21 here on the ridge. They're fighting TP. If you could hear it, shots will be popping off everywhere. We got TKGs down the other end of the ridge. Loza Boy is in the blue. He's in a world of hurt, so he's probably going to go down to player zone in 1, 2. Yeah, he's out. So we're down to 3 teams. So TP full squad of 4. Squad of 4 over here on Team 21. So we've got 2 full squads and a team of 3 down the hill on TKG. And nobody gets zone. Zone goes to center. And 30 seconds on the clock, which does give these teams a bit of time to play around with and make some moves and close this one out. So let me know in the chat who you think's going to win it. Is it going to be TP, TKG, or Team 21? Teams are just maneuvering around. Bit of smokes. Bit of smoke could be distraction smoke, could be smoke used to pushing open. TP Malice getting a knock on Grimy, getting a first on Grimy. Malice getting knocked by Triggs with the VSS. Let's jump on with Karish. How do we get on Karish cam again? Click that. I want to watch him use the UMP more. Oh, he gets knocked by Kiwi Gal. So we've got 2 knocks on the side of TP, 2 knocks on the side of TKG, a couple of knocks on the side of Team 21, but Team 21's in zone. The rest of these teams aren't in zone. Zone's coming in, and zone is a harsh mistress. I mean, look, you know, if you get, and that's it, game over. Yeah, so you just saw there in the kill feed, so Team 21 wins it, right? But I saw, yeah, Kiwi Gal in the kill feed. She got the final kill onto Karish. So Karish, you know, stealing all the kills from his teammates. I mean, come on, Karish, you got to share them around. Like, you got to, you know, give some kills to the boys. But you know, he picks up 6 kills. Big game for him. But Triggs, look at Triggs, 6 kills. Grimmy 1 kill. So they're gonna get the chicken dinner on this one. Fantastic work. I mean, they had knocks. It was like they got zone, but they did have to move to it, and they had fantastic use of smokes and getting the revives off, and there was a bit of a free squad situation that they managed to take advantage of and came out on top. And TKG taking 2nd place, 3 kills to Kiwi Girl. Good job there, and a couple of kills for Mary Boy and Viper, and TP 3rd place. And that's going to be Sandhawks. So next map, what is next map? Let me have a look. Miramar. Next map is Miramar. So stay tuned for that. We're going to go to a break. I'll catch you soon.
no stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Shooting stars.
Didn't even get to cross.
I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass.
Wait, what? That should be better. Yeah, okay, we're not able to get sound yet. I'm gonna have to like restart the stream. So I'll do it in between the next game. Now, what I can do, I could put music on, but I don't, let me know. Let me know in chat if you want like music in the background, or if you're just happy to hear me and not the sounds of fire. Try and get it up in the next. We got KRX Killer Rejects. Franklin just subscribed. What's up, Franklin? Thanks for the sub. We're almost at 100 subs, which would be pretty sweet because when you get to 100 subs on YouTube, they let you have your own channel name. So we've got a fly path from Winery to Critches on the east side of the map. Could have a bit of spicy Villa action, which I'm hoping for. Definitely a couple of teams are going to drop Goroka and Dobro. Already see a bunch of people out of the plane already going, you know, Volnovas on the table. See AOPE making a beeline for Milner. Hazard, have they jumped yet? I guess they have. Yeah, they're going for Abbey. Where should we go? I want to go Villa. I'm like really keen to see some Villa action. I can see Zeno's on his way. I can see Teammate on their way. Yeah, he's looking at him. He's like, "Hey guys, let's go. We got 3 times loot." He sees TKG. He's like, "Yeah." Or are they going to Villa or are they going to Mount Kresnik? Oh, they're not going to Villa. Oh, I was getting excited there. I was like, 3 teams in Villa. That would be, but I think these guys are like playing smart. You know, they're going to Podvosto, some of the other teams. But let's go to Villa. Like, you know, we're spectating. Like we can go where we want and we can watch these teams fight. So we got Team Poles. Sibo's got a little bit tagged up by Yato. So they're in the low ground, although not a bad place to land if there's multiple teams. It's better than just having a bit of an RNG battle in the big house, even though that's what we all want to see. So we got TGF, which is the Goodfellas, Ice Bear, Yato, Jerk, PUBG Daddy, up against Team Pulse over here with Karish, Malice, Sibo, and Hacker Isu. So Sibo hasn't managed to find a med kit yet. So he's just going to be sitting on half HP until he gets healed up for the rest of this fight. Have a quick look at Zone. Zone centered on Volnova, so a lot of rotations for some of these other teams who've decided to land up in the north. Plenty of vehicles though in Vikendi. Like you don't struggle to find vehicles. It's one of the good things about this map. So Hacker Isu's made a bit of a push up, getting closer to the big house. He's probably found himself some weapons and ready to make a play. I think Team Poles, I mean, they're either going, yeah, they've collected vehicles and they're either going to go for a bit of a flank play here or they're just going to get out of dodge and find more loot. I mean, Sibo doesn't look like he's got a whole lot on him, but they are They might have driven around the back. They're all taking some pot shots. They've been tagged up a bit too. None of them getting knocked. So they're gonna start driving down south, a bit more in zone. Go up here, team 12. And see a lot of shots and a few bodies around. We've got a knock on Pyroman getting firsted with the SLR by Blunt Partu from Killer Rejects. A little bit harder to read on the iPad, I will say. I'm getting old and I'm gonna need glasses. It happens. They got Manic. Triggs is the the 6-kill MVP of the last game. He's out. And wait, what's he doing? Is he in these teams? How do I see team 21? Okay, so he's not in these teams. He's just getting out of there because few too many teams. So we've got a bit of a this is TPP, isn't it? Yeah, it's TPP. So you'll find these battles. It's not like FPP where these squads are just gonna go ham at each other, which is what we all want. You'll find they'll get into these Mexican standoffs in these looting phase city battles. But a team like No Competition, where you got Xeno just hiding behind a chimney, they don't care if it's TPP. They're gonna get a knock. Skeptic getting tagged up real low, but he's managed to put some hurt into Team Kiwi Gaming. Lionel, he's just running in the front. Let's get on to Lionel. Yeah, we're on Lionel here. Taking some pot shots at the door. They're using that as cover. I can see Cat's over there. Last one up. Cat. He just closes it out. The Uzi still had 6 bullets left out of the clip, and that's No Competition taking out TKG. I think that's our first team out in 20th place. Not sure which TKG that was, but No Competition take Podvosto for themselves. Fair bit of loot in Podvosto. It's always got vehicles. It's not a bad spot to claim for yourself at this stage of the game, and it gives you a lot of good access, as you can see where it's positioned on the river to the rest of the map. And a lot of squads here are going to be making the decision: do we go to the left side or the right side of the river? Because if zone hard shifts, particularly if it hard shifts to the right side of the river here, it's going to cause the squads that are able to control those bridges and control those routes where teams will be rotating, they're going to be picking up a lot of easy kills. So let's have a look at the clock. 7 seconds left. We're in circle 1. Zone's going to start shifting. So all these teams in the north, like you can see, there's still people loitering around port. They're going to have to get a move on pretty quickly. No Mercy up in Dobro Mesto. They look like they're looting unchallenged. TGF. Now, Team Poles have managed to make their way to Tavar. Not a bad little looting spot. You can see some pot shots going from Volnova to Team 18. And let's jump on with Yato. So they're just in a compound, scouting around, possibly. Let's see what No Competition they're looting up. So the thing with the Kendi, and it's good that we crank the zones up here in these Oceania scrims. There's so many compounds in Vikendi, so teams can just loot to their heart's content, camp as much as they want, and we don't want that. Like you guys, the viewers, and me, we don't want them to do that. We want them to fight. That's why we've cranked the zones up 20%, and they're only allowed to do this for about 10 minutes, and then zone's going to force them all on top of each other, and we get what we want. So we just got to hang in there for that, because Vikendi, TPP, there's going to be a lot of camping. So we can see Killer Rejects. Where's that happening? Oh, that's in the north. Oh, and that's finished already. So we missed that fight, but that was Team 7 taking out that other team. See, No Competition. Like, they're just looting stage. I can't stop them looting. We've turned the loot up like 300%, and they're still looting like 7 minutes into the game. If we could turn it up to 500%, we would, but the game won't let us. So we'll jump on with these guys. They're on top of a ridge line, taking shots at Triggs. Now Triggs, getting getting taken out. That was the winners of last game. Triggs and boys getting taken out by bad dads. Is it bad dads or bad army? I don't know, but they're bad with a H. Don't forget the H. They've taken out the winners of last game, looking as taking out possibly their the strongest competition. Could secure them a chicken dinner in this game, so we'll see. Certainly going to get themselves a bit more loot, and zone is now closing in. So we've got teams in the blue. No Mercy rotating in through the west side of the map, possibly getting close to team 4. Got AOPE. They're gonna check out this drop over here. How do I get on the drop? Airdrop. I click on it. So they're looting up. Oh, it's a flare drop. What's in the flare drop? Let's have a look. Well, they've gutted it. So they're at Cement Factory, and so there's still a level 3 vest in there. So they must be pretty stacked at this stage in the game. Look at that M24. Looks like a M4 or a barrel. Linlin over there. They got Nubsky. It's a pretty good team. Seen these guys put in a lot of work in these scrims, and definitely a team that just gets better and better every week. And if you get knocked by one of them, you know you could be in for a bad time. And they're all looking pretty packed out at the moment, so we'll see how they go in the rest of the game. Team 8 here, they're moving closer to see Sibo's taking some shots. So zone's shifted. So Volnova's the center of zone. Zone could pull a shifty and shift to Hot Springs and screw everyone over, and let's hope it does. But it's probably going to stay on the west side of the river. So we're in Volnova now. We're on board with I don't know what this guy's name is. It's in Chinese, but he's got Centrelink Esports in front of him, and Volnova is a really not the best place to run around and fight, because there's just so many angles. I mean, look at Haydos and Wiz on the roof, and Haydos just jumps down. He's on top of their building. He's pulling some matrix moves here, opening and closing the door, he's taking TPP, just putting a bit of pressure, like trying to make, like in this situation, what these teams will do is they'll move like this, like what Haydos, and he's just sending it now. He's going to send it in there. He's rushing, and they're basically just putting pressure on the other team. You can see he gets a knock on Tony. He's just running in there and just blasting them, and they're all sitting down. So that's Swole going down. It looks like a squad wipe. So Wiz has got knocked, but yeah, like what you see these teams do is they'll just move around, put a bit of pressure, try and get an angle. If somebody makes a mistake and leans a bit too far out, get a knock and just send it. And good effort there from Centrelink Esports. And they've got another team right next to them. So that's No Mercy No Mercy would have heard those shots. They've seen it Centrelink Esports. They're like, I'm not going to make too many Centrelink jokes because it's probably not appropriate, and I don't want to get demonetized or some shit. I don't know. But No Mercy's coming in on the roof, unsolved. And now this is two teams that this will be interesting. See a molly going out. Smoko's getting cooked by that molly. He's down to half HP. And TKG on the other side of the river, you can see them just going at it with AOPE. Knocks on either side. That is a messy looking battle. I mean, it's over 2, but there's like 3 knocks on the side of AOPE. I think there was a bit of a clutch situation there at the end that we missed out. So Nubsky getting the last kill onto Shishka, and that was a team we were looking at before, wasn't it? Yeah. So they were over at Cement Factory, and they got those crate weapons, and it's really paid off. So Haydos, Haydos just getting slammed by a nade from Kazua and bursted instantly just as we jumped onto him. Mollies. These guys aren't holding back. So Rowdy's knocked 2. It's just Smoko and Wiz up left. Oh, okay. So Killing Field's knocked. Kazua's knocked. Alright, so a bit more of a fair fight. Unsolved is going to jump down. I mean, he's got to stop his buddy from getting firsted. Guz is up. Unsolved is up. peeking, taking angles. Jump on with Guz. Got Smoko. He's gonna pop a quick first aid. Oh, Kazoo getting knocked. So they're not rezzing. They're like Wiz is just pushing. He's just like he's trying to close this one out. Rowdy's got the revive on Smoko, so that's really good pressure down being put out there from Wiz. Another nade goes off. Rowdy, look at Rowdy coming around the side. He's getting the off angle here in the middle of the revive. Manages to knock one. Killenfield's down to 1 HP on the knock, so he's going to bleed out in about half a second. Goes out for another spray, but gets knocked by Kazua. Wiz is out there. Wiz gets knocked as well by Kazua. Unsolved is knocked. Wiz is knocked. Smoko's there. Another nade coming out. Guza and Kazua are the only ones up for No Mercy, and Smoko's the only one up. Oh, he's managed to get a quick revive off on Rowdy. Rowdy's probably not going to have enough time to heal. Kazua's going in. He's going to go in for the revive. Revives going off on both sides. This is like close quarter revives. I mean, normally you see a Wiz getting firsted there by Kazua as he gets the off angle. Unsolved, medding up. Smoko is... Look at Rowdy's on the roof now. What a battle. Smoko catching Unsolved with the Uzi. Bursting him straight away. So it's a 2v2 situation. Rowdy's up on the roof. Let's see what he's doing. I mean, both of these teams have been using the rooftop to their advantage this game. He's cooking a nade. He's doesn't know exactly where they are, so he throws it in the wrong place. But that's going to block their sound for a couple of seconds, and they're going to try and get some altitude as well. You can see he realized he didn't get a knock there, so he's just going, oh, I'll try this window. And Kazua's right next to that nade. Doesn't manage to do any damage to him though. And I can see Sophia in the kill feed with an Uzi knocking unknown. Fear firsting unknown. A lot of Uzis being used lately. And wow, getting reborn as well with the Uzi. I mean, it's like she just reloaded it and just boom, getting knocked herself though by an Uzi. So a lot of Uzis out there today, and she lived by the Uzi and died by the Uzi. Would have been nice to spectate that battle as well, but I'm very interested to see which of these two teams have come on top. They've turned a 4v3 situation into a 2v2, so they've both managed to put a lot of hurt into the other teams, but the battle's gone on a little bit too long, and Zone has now shifted to, it's centered on Winery, and you can see Team Pulse, which only looks like they have 2 members left now, so they've been through some battles themselves. They're going to rotate to immediately to center zone, so they're taking the prime position at Winery. We've got TKG off here on the east coast, picking up an airdrop. There's Zapdos is by themselves. And Bad Dads are just going at it with Goodfellows by the looks of it. PUBG Daddy getting taken out by Zone. Oh, they're in the blue. Oh, that's horrible. Behind a rock in the blue, having to push in open towards a full Bad Dad squad is not where you want to be. Managed to get a re-knock on Anarchy though. Lee's just sending it, and it gets dropped by Yato. Yato with the clutch, but can Yato get a heal off? Is Yato rezzing? He's rezzing Ice Bear in circle 4 in the blue. Like, oh no, he's popping a first aid. I was gonna say, like, no, we can't res him because he'll bleed out while he's getting rezzed. That's what happens when you're in the blue. The jerk's gonna bleed out too, Yato. You just got to get out of there. Yeah, just grab the loot and go and play for position. You've done well there, squad wiping Bad Dad. So that was pretty clutch squad wipe. So you can see now Team 4, Gwen pulling off some crazy clutches in the last map on Sandhawk. Once again, coming up against no competition. This is like round 2, the Vikendi version. And that battle finished. Like, where'd no competition go? Okay, so this time, White Conqueror had a full squad, and they've just taken no competition out. So Spiel, and I missed that one because that would have been an interesting battle to watch. So Circle 5 now. This is when it's all going to pop off. Like, these teams can't keep camping and praying for zone anymore. They're all going to get pushed into this section around Winery. So let's jump on with Sebo. These guys are going to be taking, they've got a prime position. They know squads are going to be pushing in here. They're going to take advantage of that, and they're just going to be able to farm up kills. As all these squads, look for a safe place, and squad's not going anywhere near Winery though. You can see No Mercy coming in off Volnova, AOPE. They're all getting into zone now. Got two teams about to crash here by the looks of it, very close to each other, but they're both in zone. So that's Y Conquerors. Then we got Team 11 down the hill, and HNF and Team 13. They're down the end. They're not HNF anymore, but we all know Bazaar. Bazaar's old school, playing with AOPE, and Bazaar's like an OG of the Oceania community. TGF going down to play zone. So that was Yado that got the clutch on Bad Dads. He's didn't make it into zone, and bit of AOPE battle here. They're taking shots at No Mercy. So these are guys. Yeah, Nubsky's got the orgs. So these are guys that got the crate weapons from Cement Factory. So they're geared up. Look at that. Is that an AWM? It is. It's got an AWM and an AUG. That's a definition of not sharing loot with your teammates. Like that's a whole flare drop's worth of crate weapon. Who's got knocked by it, but a lot of teams got angles here. We've got Smoko and Rowdy from Centrelink Esports up on the ridge. Got slightly less than a minute left on zone as we go into Circle 6. We're less than 10 teams left. So I'm not sure what No Mercy's doing over here. They've got a vehicle. They've got to make a decision on where they're going to rotate in. Team Pulse still managing to get zone. Okay, so they got a few players up. Have a look at them. They're all in vehicles. I thought it was two of them, but it might have just been two vehicles. We're on the edge up. So Sebo, man, if Sebo gets an Orm, we're gonna see some. No, he gets an Orb, but he's got a bolt action. He's got the M24 skin that you get from playing a million TDMs, and Nubsky's going off right now. Okay, it's all popping off. We're in Circle 6, so let's just get an aerial view and just sit back and watch the action because these teams can't camp anymore. Look at this. Team 13 knocks all over the place. Let's jump on with AOPE 10. Nubsky's knocked. Alright, so that's Unsolved pushing into this situation. So Guzzer's coming in. One left. Alla's getting knocked. Guzzer's taking out Lin. That's a squad wipe. That was a nice 2v4 there from Kazura and Guzzer from No Mercy. And the smokes are already up. So the smokes that AOPE have put up to get the revives off, they've actually worked in the favor of No Mercy. So you can see TP are just now popping right off. I can see Sebo's already putting that org to good work. He's in a shack, using that as cover. Hacker Isu's just outside. Malice, so there's only 3 of them. Karish got taken out early game. So they're having a look over here at Team 4, which is Y Conquerors. Team 13, they had a whole bunch of knocks before. They must have been fighting AOPE. TKG's just crashed into No Mercy. So we got knocks. Kazua's just jumping around. And they just got melted, and Guzzer's knocked. That vehicle's about to blow up. Oh, then that first. So who was that? Malice. What a smart play and a nice angle there. He figured there was somebody knocked or damaged next to that vehicle, and he's just blowing it up. Kazua was on a shred of health, so they're possibly the only team that's in zone that I can see. I can see Centrelink Esports up on the hill here, and see how many kills they're sitting on a 10 kill game already, which is pretty impressive. So who was that? That's an AOPE going down to a Y Conqueror. I can't even see where they go. Oh, that's a long knock, and that's with a SLR. So let's jump on with that's Gwen. as well. But we got 20 seconds on the clock. Like, these teams are going to have to rotate into the next zone, and that we're down to 5 teams at this point. Hacker Isu getting knocked by YouTube MVP, and he's taken a fair bit of damage himself to get that trade, but that's going to give all like Team Pulse is the only team that's in zone, and that knock is just going to put a little bit of pressure onto Team Pulse. It's not only going to allow Y Conquerors to push up here, it's going to allow all of these teams to push up. Although, if they were watching the kill feed, they would have seen that, but none of them have managed to take an advantage. You can see Kazoo from them. That's No Mercy out. Gwen taking out Smoko. So let's hop on with these guys here. They're putting in some work. Malice getting knocked again by YouTube MVP. Where is YouTube MVP in all of this? With this bolt action. Next to the tree. That's Nunfi getting bizarre. Just lasering the shack that Sibo's in. So they're just putting down, suppressing fire, putting in pressure. Blue at their back. They're rotating in. This is an excellent push, and Sibo gets NGO. So all of Team Pulse are up. That's MVP going down to Team Pulse. Hacker Isu getting knocked there with the M4, and Nunfi getting the first onto Smoko. So where's Nunfi in all of this? So it's just Gwen really that's up. MVP's down. Oh no, Nunfi's up. I don't know where they are. Oh, they're all the way down there. Okay, so they've got a nice off angle onto Centrelink Esports, and I don't think that Team Pulse can actually see where Nunfi is. So Malice is just here. Jumping on with MVP again. Let's jump up again. These guys, 10 seconds left on the clock. So we've got 3 teams. Centrelink Esports, Team Pulse, Y Conquerors. Can Team Pulse close this one out, win game number 2? Will Y Conquerors win this game, taking out the other 2 teams? Or will Rowdy over here from Centrelink Esports clutch it out and just wait till these teams fight? No. So to answer that question quite succinctly, no, he's going to go out in 3rd place. It's Y Conquerors versus Team Pulse. Gwen's dropped to the ground. 10 HP. MVP. Nunfi. On the prone. Look at this. On the prone. Let's jump on with look at this. On the prone. They don't have an angle on them. They're just crawling their way up this ridge. Getting an angle. And I think Malice is either knocked or... Oh, nades are going out. So I think Nunfi's in nade range, and Nunfi takes out Malice. Let's jump on with Nunfi. Come on, Nunfi. Play zone first, Sim. They've got these guys completely surrounded. They've got them on. So Gwen goes down to Hacker Isu. Getting a bit of a trade there with Hacker Isu on 10 HP. Nunfi's gone for the full send here, sending it hard. Sibo's defending. There's only 2 left. Sibo and Hacker. Oh, they get the. That's it. Nunfi drops Sibo, and I think that was MVP got the sneaky kill onto Hacker Isu by blowing up that Dacia. That was a really clutch play. So